The excitement happens right now on Maury.
Explosive paternity stories. Shocking DNA results. And we're bringing them to you from the hottest spot in the country. Paternity this hot could only happen during spring break. He didn't want to come here, did he?
I had to give him coupons.
Only our DNA test can settle this beach blanket bedlam. Shell slept with her husband's best friend on their wedding night.
Is her husband the father?
Jasmine's hell-bent on proving Brian's the dad to Brian and his mom.
Is he the father?
Red-hot paternity results.
Look at that! Look at your babies and you know
I
it!
have no spiritual aura with this baby at all.
We're heating things up with some special spring break DNA drama.
An incredible hour of Maury starts now.
Today, we're coming to you from the Westin Diplomat Resort and Spa in Hollywood, Florida. And here, some of our favorite viewers are enjoying one of the most beautiful hotels around. You should really catch this place. It's great. And now, for the next hour, we're going to bring you some of the most outrageous DNA drama. How about that? Who could forget Amanda? Amanda didn't know if her ex-boyfriend Jason or her other ex-boyfriend Jamie was the father of her now 3-year-old adorable son Jaden. Now, around the time that Amanda got pregnant, she was ending her relationship with Jason, starting a new one with Jamie, and says she has no idea which man is the son's father. First, we heard from Amanda. Why is he going like this, shaking his head backstage?
He's afraid to admit it.
Oh, is that?
You know, he's got 4 kids with 4 different women. I guess I'd be a little butthurt too, coming on national television looking like a fool.
You know, Jamie has a girlfriend named Stacy. You know that?
Yeah. Oh, I know
Stacy's
that.
here.
She is, huh?
Yeah, Stacy's here.
What does she need to be here for?
We have tried to be in Jaden's life.
You've done
we
what?
haven't seen
When?
him in 2 years,
When?
Amanda.
It's been
we
3
tried
years.
to. No,
Stacy, you ain't been there. Who are you?
No,
You don't know.
We seen him till he was 12 months old, Amanda.
Baloney. You are. You don't even work.
Now let me get this straight. You were going with Jason, you broke up with Jason, right when you were breaking up with Jason, you were with Jamie, but Jamie was there until the baby was how old?
Jamie was there until the baby was 2 months old. He drove me to the hospital when my water broke. He signed the birth certificate.
Amanda, I started dating Jamie when
Jaden was 6
months old.
Why are you here?
Because my son deserves to see his brother.
You guys don't think what are you talking about? You're crazy.
If this is his
You're
kid,
sitting here
my
saying
son
my
deserves
son
to
has
see
the
his
right to know
brother.
his brother.
No.
Jamie doesn't think the kid's his. Shut your mouth. You don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what you're talking about, Amanda. Stay up. No. We spoke to both Jamie and Jason about this situation before the show, and their feelings about Amanda and her son could not have been more opposite. Watch.
My name is Jason, and I could be the father of Amanda's son, Jaden.
My name is Jamie, and I do not think that Amanda's son, Jaden, is mine.
I was with Amanda for 8.5 years, and we have a 10-year-old son together. And I would be a good father to her son, Jaden.
I was with Amanda for over a year, and she cheated on me with Jason. So I think he is the father of Jaden.
Jaden looks exactly like Jamie. He has all his features.
I have strong genes, and Jaden does not look anything like me. Jaden looks just like Jason, and Amanda knows it, and that's why she had him tested too.
I love the family that I have with Amanda. And if I am the father, I would welcome Jaden into my family.
I have no connection with Jaden at all. I haven't seen him in over a year because Amanda's kept him away from me. If I was a father, she would want me around and not push me away.
So now it was time to bring Jamie out and find out just how hard the situation was for him.
He walks to sit here acting all tough. Never been there. He ain't never been there.
Jamie.
He wants to walk out here like he's some kind of man.
Always.
The only child you take care of is the one you're with. You don't take care of
Don't even say Jamie's not there with other kids, because he is Amanda.
He may be good with your kid, but wait till you leave him too, because
I'm not going to leave him. I have a ring on my finger right here.
Good for you. Good for you.
Why are you doubting that you're the father?
Because she cheated on me.
Now, we still had to bring Jason out. And remember, he did not share Jamie's enthusiasm about Amanda or her son. Now, here's the deal. You all have a child together. He's a good father.
He's a wonderful father.
And I know.
No. How can you be a wonderful dad to a child you don't believe is yours and you don't see?
Who do you think the father is of this child?
I think it was Jamie, but there's just a possibility that could be mine.
Jamie, if you are proved to be the father,
Ain't
you want
gonna
to
be no happy ending and you go back in the green room and hug and kiss him.
I will be there for him. I will be there for him. I'm paying child support for him right now.
$23 a week?
Oh, yeah.
So, who was the father, Jamie or Jason? I had the paternity results in my hand. When it comes to 3-year-old Jaden, Jason, you are not the father. And when it comes to 3-year-old Jaden, Jamie, you are the father. This is Sheree. Now, 4 years ago, Sheree locked eyes with this man, Anthony, fell madly in love. Now, months later, Sheree discovered she was pregnant and says both she and Anthony were overjoyed. But all of that changed 5 months later when Sheree found out Anthony had secretly another girlfriend. Whoa. That's when Anthony began denying her son, Desmond. First, we heard from Sheree. You told my producer, if you take Desmond, little beautiful...
If I turn my son upside down, my son got a little bitty thing and big old beans, little bitty thing, just like him. I told him if your frog eat leap, he drove my creek, and I'm not playing. I'm not playing.
Frogs in the creek, and he said, one time.
One time?
He said
that's all it takes, though, ain't it? That's all it takes.
He didn't want to come here, did he?
No, he didn't want to come here. I had to give him coupons. Baby, I love you. Baby, I love you. I know it's mine. I know it's mine. Baby, I love you.
You know something?
Woo.
I never saw those coupons in a newspaper.
You ain't coupons in the newspaper because I deliver them. Personally.
Now, Anthony, he had a very different story to tell, and his reasons were pretty convincing. Take a look at this.
I had sex with Sheree one time, and ever since then, she been hooked on me. She think about pinning her son Desmond on me. We're gonna be together. She got another thing coming. She was sleeping with 5 different guys. She was definitely keeping herself entertained. She need to call one of those dudes and get one of them tested. Sheree dreams about me all the time. She wishes her son had my nose, my lip, my hair, but he has nothing of mine. Sheree, you crazy psycho bitch. When these DNA tests come back and prove I'm not the father, do me a favor and find you a new obsession. That's a trick, baby.
Yeah, you the
know
trick.
what it is.
You the
know what it was. Not
You the
me.
trick. You the
One
trick.
time. That ain't
You the
me.
trick.
You know what it do.
You was the trick.
You can't treat me.
Anthony.
Yeah.
I want these results.
Oh, is that all
Yeah,
you
it
want?
happened one time,
We gonna
Maury.
get
It
him.
happened one
I'm
time.
1,000,000% sure you my baby daddy.
Anthony, why would she pin that baby on you?
I don't know. It don't look like
You
me.
ain't
That baby
nothing.
don't
Why
look.
would
Do
I
that
pin
baby
my
look
baby
like?
on you?
No, it don't. That's not my baby, man.
Where did you get
One
that from
time.
to get them shoes?
That's not me.
I need that result. You want
What
to say
about
that when I
this?
put my thumb?
Come on.
Now it was time for the paternity test results. Watch this. Anthony, you are the father. Just take care of that child. We have more DNA drama down south when we come back. Paternity this hot could only happen during spring break.
It's 2 against 1.
Julius is Tania's father.
The two babies look alike.
Yes! Look at these babies, bro. Look, they twins.
Is he the father of 1, 2, or none?
He's kicked me and our kids out 3 times.
Look at that. Look at your babies and you know it.
2 paternity tests. But is he the father?
Special spring break DNA drama. You are the father.
Get off my stage.
Paternity this hot could only happen during spring break. Now, you remember Shamika and Tiara? These two women joined forces to prove to this man, Julius, that he was the father of both of their beautiful children. Now, these two women were furious with Julius because they both said he loved them. Then he left them. Then he began to deny their kids. Watch.
I'm sick and tired of that no good bitch-ass Julius denying our kids.
I am 100% sure that Julius is Terriana's father.
And I'm 200% sure that Julius is Tania's father. Julius broke both of our hearts. Now he's denying both of our kids. For the last 3 years, Julius have done nothing for my baby.
All Julius has done for my baby is buy her 1 case of Pampers.
Julius has missed every holiday you can name. And today, I'm fed up.
Both of our kids look exactly like Julius. They're sisters. He's just too stupid to realize it.
Today, we're going to prove that he is the father. And he's going to take care of our kids whether he like it or not.
You all were together and then you got pregnant?
I've been knowing this man for 11 years. Like, he was my first. He was my everything. But how could he be my everything when he denied my everything? My baby means everything to me. That's my pride and joy. I love my baby. That is everything to me. That's all I got. If I let somebody hurt that means that I'm nothing.
The two babies look alike.
Look, look at these babies, bro. Look, they twins. They just different colors. Come on, look.
Now it was time to hear why Julius was denying both of these children.
Y'all girls need to get it straight. I'm not the father of y'all kids. Shamika, one of your own family members told me I was not Tania's father. You a lying, shady woman, and I don't have time for your games. And you, Tiara, I will always catch you on the phone with other guys. Maybe one of them is the father. Both of y'all are in my business for no reason. And I can't wait till Maury say I am not the father.
What's that? What do you mean?
Let him sit right there. Sit right there.
Julius, you the father of these babies?
No, I'm not.
You're not?
No,
Why
Maury,
not?
no,
If you're not, Julius, why not? Why not, Julius?
You
Why
know that. You know I'm not. You know I'm not. You know I'm not. You know I'm not.
Why did you
You know I'm not. You know I'm not.
Wait a second. I want to talk to Julius.
He ain't got nothing to say.
Yeah, I do got something to say. I do got something to say. And you a liar, and you know that. And you is too, and you know that. That's you.
You're Tiana's father. What's the main reason why you think you're not the father of her child?
Because I had got a call from her mother,
Right.
and they said she was at this guy's house with the baby, stressed out with no clothes on, whatever. And then the guy asked her, "Is this my baby? Tell him this my baby." I was asking him.
What I say?
You said. That's what you said. That's what you said. She said. That's what she said. She said. I asked you. I said, "Is this his baby or is my baby?"
Sit down.
You said,
You better sit
that's what you
down.
said. That's
Julius.
what you said.
Why aren't you the father? Why aren't you the father of Tariana?
Oh, tell me this, because we were still together after the baby was here. So tell me why you ain't the father.
We broke up so many times.
We did not. Get your goofy ass out of here. No, it was not no damn order. Get your goofy ass. Come on, man. Tariana 8 months. If I was cheating, I know. You had the baby back me. You had the baby back him.
Was Julius the father of one, two, or none of these kids? The DNA results were in. When it comes to 3-year-old Tanaya, Julius, you are the father. When it comes to 8-month-old Tariana, Julius, you are the father.
I will be there for both of my kids. I'm sorry, Tariana.
And I'm counting on you. And I'm counting on you. And so are all these people who watch this show. They're counting on you to be a good dad. That's all. It's hot down here in spring break, and these paternity stories are even hotter. Now, here's a woman named Tabitha, came to the show because she had been on and off with her ex-boyfriend Wesley for over 6 years. Now, Tabitha always wanted to be, with family, with Wesley. That is, until she found out. Wesley called the show for a DNA test because he was denying her 2 children, 2.5-year-old DeMarco and 6-month-old Annabella. Now, listen to how this is affecting Tabitha.
When I met Wesley 6 years ago, I never imagined that he would deny both of our kids. All I've ever wanted is to be a family with Wesley. I've loved him so much, and all he's done is break my heart. He's kicked me and our kids out 3 times with nowhere to go, and it's not fair to them.
When did he start denying DeMarco?
When I was pregnant, he insisted that there was a guy in our town that looked just like him with blonde hair that I slept with. He kicked me out 3 days later. 3 days later, I went into labor for our son. He showed up at the hospital drunk.
You know what a lot of people are saying right now? If he were to accept your child the first time, how come you got pregnant with him again?
I love him, Maury. I love him. He's my kid's dad.
You love him?
I love him with all of my heart. I love him. I love that man.
Do you love that man right now?
Yes. Yes.
You want to be with him right now?
More than anything. I want my family to be together.
And yet he denies the second one.
Yep. He denies the second one. Yeah.
Now, what did he say about the second one? The same guy around town?
He insisted that because I was a dancer, she's not his.
Oh, because you were a dancer?
Uh-huh.
Now it was time to hear all of Wesley's reason for denying both of Tabitha's kids.
Tabitha, I am so positive that I'm not the father of your 2 kids that I called the show myself. I love those little kids, but be honest with yourself. I'm not the father. Throughout our whole relationship, you was a promiscuous hoe. When this test proves that I'm not the father, I'm moving away, and I don't ever want to hear from you again. Look at it! Those ain't my kids! Look at it! Look at that lip! I don't care about
Babies, and you know it.
You know what?
You know they're yours.
I've been told by your friends. Your friends told me that you.
Come here, Wesley.
Yeah.
Have a seat. Wesley, sit down. Really? You called the show?
Yeah, I called the show. Yeah, I called the show. I called the show because when DeMarco was, when he was born, right, I would have got a DNA test myself, but I was busy, with the rent and stuff. I didn't have the funds for that.
Right. Okay.
But then the little baby was born, right?
Little baby, your daughter.
The baby.
Your daughter.
The baby was born. That ain't my daughter.
Annabella,
that ain't my daughter.
That you named.
Man,
Wesley, she's still in love with you.
I know she's still in love with me.
Are you in love with her?
No, I'm
How
not
you
in love
gonna
with
sign the birth certificate of a baby that ain't yours?
I was
Both
drunk. I was drunk.
So, was Wesley the father of these two beautiful children? It was time for the paternity results. When it comes to 2.5-year-old DeMarco, Wesley, you are the father.
I ain't trying to hear that. And you, like I said, I'll handle the financial responsibility.
I don't want your financial responsibility. I want you involved.
And when it comes to 6-month-old Annabella, Wesley, you are the father.
I want you to see them, Wesley, and I want you to apologize to them for every time that you denied them. For every time that they were sick and you weren't there to make them feel
like I
better.
said,
For every Christmas
I'll do it. I'll do it, but I'm not gonna be with you.
Apologize right now. Hi, baby. Hi, Dad.
That's so. I love you.
All right, we'll be back right after this report. Paternity this hot could only happen during spring break. Michelle slept with her husband's best friend on their wedding night.
I know Serenity's not dark like me, but I really do believe that she's mine.
Is her husband the father?
Special spring break DNA drama. Paternity this hot could only happen during spring break. There you guys. Now welcome back, everybody. We're taking a break from the cold and heating things up with some special spring break DNA drama. Here's a wedding photo of my next guest, Michelle, and her husband, Jameric, on what should have been the happiest day of their lives. But instead of being blissful, both Michelle and Jameric agree their wedding day was a complete disaster. So much so, it has brought them to our show in need of a paternity test.
I felt like it was a sign that we shouldn't have gotten married because everything went wrong. I left and slept with his best friend, Chris.
The honeymoon was definitely over for these two when Michelle then discovered she was pregnant.
I was scared to death because I didn't know if it belonged to my husband or his best friend.
What's the problem when we look at that screen, Michelle?
She's white, and my husband's black.
Your husband told our producers that he keeps waiting for the baby to change.
He does. He looks at her fingers every day and just says they're going to get darker tomorrow. I swear they are.
He wants to be the father of this child.
He loves her.
Chris, this ex-best friend, and Jameric coming to the wedding together. Then there was all kinds of things going on. People were late, they were late, other people were late. There was all kinds of knockdown, drag-outs at the wedding.
My mom wasn't there.
So when it was all over, you went home and you went back to the house, I guess, with Jameric, and you all started fighting again.
Yes, it just got worse.
And you said, I'm getting out of here. You slammed the door and left. Where'd you go?
To Chris's house.
What happened then?
We slept together.
We spoke to Jameric and Jameric's ex-best friend, Chris, and it was very clear Jameric really wanted to be the father, and Chris was hoping he wasn't. Watch.
When me and my wife, Michelle, got married, I thought we were going to have a happy and simple life together. I never thought that her and my friend will betray me the way they have.
I warned Jameric about Michelle and her slutty ways, and I told him not to marry her. but he didn't listen, so I slept with her to prove a point.
When Michelle became pregnant, I just wanted to put the whole betrayal behind me and be there for the baby.
Michelle says I'm the father of this baby, and I know it's very light, but she is such a whore that this could be any white man's baby.
I know Serenity's not dark like me, but I really do believe that she's mine.
I pray every night that I'm not the father of this baby, so I'm waiting on the DNA test to prove what I already know.
If the test comes back negative, I'll be hurt, but I'll still be there for her. She's my little girl regardless.
Before we could meet Chris, we had to bring Michelle's husband, Jameric, out onto the set and give him a chance to tell his side of the story.
I'm sorry.
She's in a lot of pain.
How much can I say it's for real that you're going to stay around here with this marriage and this child if you're not the father?
Definite.
So do you think there's a possibility that you're the father of this child?
Very strong possibility.
Really?
Her feet are shaped the same way as mine. You know, long, slender toes, odd-shaped at the bottom.
This is not a foregone conclusion with you.
I'm holding my position strong regardless. Even if it turns out that it's not my baby, she's going to have someone consistent in her life regardless.
There was one person still to bring out, and that was Jameric's ex-best friend, Chris. And after all he did to Jameric, he still had a few harsh words left. They look at you as the bad guy here, I guess.
Yep.
Would you prefer to be friends with him?
Nope.
Why wouldn't you want to be a friend of his again?
I don't know. He thinks I'm the bad person about the whole situation when it wasn't. It takes two.
It's just as much your fault as it was mine.
You shouldn't have stepped past that boundary.
You shouldn't try to turn a hoe into a housewife.
Think that's your child?
It's a possibility. I'm hoping it's not. No.
You think it's Jameric's child?
No. There's no telling whose it is.
If it does turn out to be his, there will be child support.
Before he gets to child support. What's that got to do with you? What's that got to do with you?
Yours, you will take care of your responsibility.
It just shows how stupid you are getting on stage with a white baby. It shows how stupid you are.
So now it was time for the DNA results. In the case of 3-week-old Serenity, Jameric, you are not the father. Case of 3-week-old Serenity, Chris, you are the all we care about. All you should care about. All you
we
can
already
care
done
about.
said we're gonna support. So she got her daddy.
You're gonna
and
raise.
you looking
You're
at
gonna raise this child, huh? You're gonna raise this child. As
I got this. I got the job. I got this.
You got it.
I got it.
You're gonna take care of her. You all gonna stay together.
I married my wife to marry her because I love her. I don't care what he said. I got my family together. What does he have? Okay. What does he have? Come on.
Don't nobody call a truce on nothing I told you.
You keep your legs closed, wouldn't have this problem.
But if you wouldn't have stepped...
I'm sorry, son.
We'll have more from the Westin Diplomat Resort and Spa in Hollywood, Florida. Next. Paternity this hot could only happen during spring break. Jasmine's hell-bent on proving Brian's the dad to Brian and his mom.
You're not. Shut up! Shut up!
Is he the father?
Brian. Special spring break DNA drama. You are the father.
Get off my stage!
Paternity this hot could only happen during spring break. Spring Break DNA, and we're bringing it to you from a hot spot in South Florida. Maybe the hottest, the best, the Westin Diplomat Spa and Hotel in Hollywood, Florida. Now, do you all remember a 19-year-old named Jasmine? Now, for 2 years, Jasmine was in love with this man, Brian. But it all ended when Brian began to deny their 15-month-old daughter, Jemiah. Now, there were 2 reasons for his denial of this baby. One of them was his meddling mother, Natalie. Watch this.
Brian and I were having sex for exactly 1 month before I got pregnant with my daughter, Jemiah. He vowed that he would take care of my baby like he takes care of the rest of his kids. All that changed when his bitch of a mother stepped in the way. She has the nerve to say that Brian isn't the father of my baby. Brian has 6 different babies, so how can she say my baby isn't his? I'm 100% sure that Brian's the father of my child, and if not, I'm the Virgin Mary herself.
So you all were close, right?
Me and Brian were, yeah.
Huh?
For the first month, we messed around. I got pregnant. You know what he say, Maury?
What?
Well, if it's my baby, I want you to have it. I take care of all of my kids. Not true. You was there for a whole year and a half. Shut up! Shut
Why are you going off on her?
It's always her. It's always her. That's not. She looks nothing like the rest of his kids. When you got 3 different baby mamas, all your kids ain't gonna look alike.
All 3 of his look alike.
If all of his kids was by the same woman and the baby came out looking kind of odd, then you can question that. But 3 different baby mamas, come on now, you ain't got the nerve to question nothing.
When we spoke with Brian and his mom, Natalie, they had a very different story.
Let's go, Maury.
Okay, Brian.
You call my son and tell him he wasn't your baby's father.
Cause he
She
wanna
got
act
a
like he
daddy.
ain't, I'ma tell her he not, but guess what, you the daddy. You the daddy.
Nah.
Who that baby that baby daddy?
Jasmine. Brian and Natalie, all right? Brian, you the father of that child?
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Why?
Say no again and watch the results smack you in your face.
I'ma keep it just like this. And she was doing her thing when me and her was doing it. The first night I came, the first night I spent the night, you see what I'm saying?
Who name is tatted on you? This trap.
All of that.
So all of that for a year and a half.
Lift the shirt up. Lift the shirt up. Lift the shirt up. Chill out. Chill out.
All right. Back off, Jasmine. Wait a second. I want to talk to you. This beautiful little girl is yours. Are you going to be a grandmother to her?
Yes, but through courts, through the court, because her...
Hold on, can you ask him one question? If it ain't your baby, why was you there for a whole year and a half? If she ain't yours.
So, would Jasmine finally prove to Brian and his mother, Natalie, that Brian was her baby's father? Watch. When it comes to 16-month-old Jemiah, Brian, you are the father. All I want you to do is welcome that child.
That little girl.
That's
Yes,
all.
I will.
That's all I'm asking.
I'm the daddy. I'm gonna be the daddy. You know what I'm
But
saying?
as far as her,
But I ain't gotta deal
ain't
with this
nothing
broad.
happening.
You see what I'm saying?
All right, everybody, grab a cool drink. Things are about to heat up. We'll be back right after this. Paternity this hot could only happen during spring break.
She's missed out on everything.
She was staying out late, coming home with hickeys on her neck. I know this is not my child.
Ron, special spring break DNA drama. Maury. Paternity this hot could only happen during spring break. Now, who could forget Cindy? When Cindy married Ron, she thought she'd found the man of her dreams. And a few months after getting married, Cindy says Ron begged her to have his child. Begged her. But 8 months into her pregnancy, Ron shocked her and filed for divorce. Watch.
Ron was very excited when I first found out that I was pregnant. When I was 8 months pregnant with our daughter, he walked out on me for good. And ever since, he's denied our child. Ron has done absolutely nothing for my child.
How old's your daughter?
A year.
A year?
A year old.
Never saw her?
Never, has not seen her once. He told everybody I cheated on him.
He's scared of having children.
Then don't produce them. Why are you making babies? Don't produce them. Don't produce them. Don't, you know why? I didn't lay down to make this baby myself, and I should not have to take care of her myself.
Now, when we spoke to Ron, he painted a very different picture here.
When I met Cindy, I married her thinking everything was going to be great. But 5 months after we got married, I had a gut feeling she was cheating on me. She was staying out late, coming home with hickeys on her neck, and then finally, she told me she was cheating on me. I know this is not my child.
Here's Ron. Ron, come on out.
Yeah, I told you I was cheating. I never told you I cheated. You always said it to me. You're the one here right now with your girlfriend out here, right? But I'm cheating. But your sister's cheating. Oh, you got two sisters now?
Yeah. You haven't done anything for the child, right?
I pay support.
Oh, look, he says I pay child support. You pay support. You ain't there for guidance. You ain't there for love.
Why didn't you
ain't there to sit there.
Well, why
you
didn't
ain't
you
there
do
to
the damn
sit there and
paternity
help
test
me with
then?
her. My mom and my dad are the ones helping me. They're not.
I told her let's do the paternity test as soon as the baby was born. Why did she wait a week? Why didn't you wait a year?
I'm the one that called the
why
show.
did you wait a year?
If this child is yours, you'll get in this child's life.
Every day.
So, was Ron the father? It was time for the DNA results.
In the case of one-year-old Sierra, Ron, you are the father.
Okay, then. That's all I wanted to know.
Okay.
It's very simple. You want him to be in, he wants to be in her life?
That's fine.
Case closed. It's over.
Right.
We have more DNA drama down south when we come back. Paternity this hot could only happen during spring break. Trina's furious. Keith denies her daughter.
I have no spiritual oil with this baby at all.
Keith?
Have nothing to say to him.
Special spring break DNA drama. Paternity this hot could only happen during spring break. Now, recently, we met Trina. 4 months ago, Trina gave birth to a beautiful baby boy named Keith. Now, Trina was so madly in love with her baby's father, Keith, that she named her son after him. But 1 month after baby Keith, the third, was born, Keith packed up his stuff, left Trina and the baby. First, we heard from Trina.
Maury, I got the proof right here. I got the proof right here.
What?
Look at that. Come on out. You come on out. You come on out. You come on out. I got the proof right here. You asked for it to be named after you. You asked for it to be named.
What do you mean?
Yes, baby. Name our son after me. I will be honored to have a real Keith instead of a phony because he names all his kids after him and then he turns denies them.
Now it was to hear all of Keith's unusual reasons for denying Trina's son.
Trina's nothing but a gold-digging hoe. First night I met her, I had sex with her. That should tell you what type of girl she is. If it was that easy for me, it should tell you how easy it was for everybody else. And when that baby came out, it came out with an extra finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 fingers. So you know that baby ain't came from me. And on top of that, I have no spiritual oil with this baby at all. That baby looks nothing like me. To make matters worse, she named him after me, and I never gave her permission to use my name. And when the test proved that I'm not the father, I want my name back from your 6-finger baby, and I want you to leave me the hell alone. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's go.
Here's Keith.
Bring him out.
Here's Keith.
So, was Keith the father of little Keith III? Here are the paternity results.
When it comes to
4-month-old Keith III, Keith, you are the father.
We'll have more DNA drama when we come back.